Hey everybody, this is Alchymyst02 and I'm doing a little bit something different today. I just finished a really miraculous book. I'm serious about this. This book made me look at life with a different perspective, and I think it is an extremely spiritual book. And it's called 17-Second Miracle. It's by Jason F. Wright, the same author who wrote The Christmas Jars, which is a very heartrending and touching story, and this story is exactly like that. And personally, I think it has a really good message at its core, and I highly recommend it for any of Wright's fans because they will devour it. It doesn't take that long to read, actually. You can read this in about a day if you're a fast reader. 2 days, maybe. I don't know. If you don't have a lot of time, then maybe it would take you a week. But it only took me 2 days to read it. And I absolutely loved it. I just thought it was a splendid story. It was just amazingly written and just really a phenomenal book. It's just magnetic. It literally draws you in. When I saw it at the cover, of course, one of my favorite creatures in nature is on the cover, and the title also captured my eye. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to pick up this book and I'm going to see if I like it. And I am just so happy that I bought this book, and I'm going to keep it, and I'm going to recommend it to everybody that I see, because I am now looking through different eyes at life now that I've read this book. I've just, the blinds have been lifted, so to speak. And I really think that it's a remarkable book that should be read by everybody. And it's really fabulous. There really isn't enough that I can say about it. It's only, let me see, I'm trying to remember. I'll tell you how many pages this is in a moment. It's really not that long. It's only 287 pages long, and then there's a reader's guide at the very end of it. And if you count those 2 pages, it's 291. And then there's a special page at the end. I won't tell you what it is. It kind of reminded me of The Secret in that way. But personally, you really don't have to do anything with the last page if you don't want to. You can make yourself an unspoken covenant and just follow the example of the book. And I'm going to give a slight spoiler here, so I'm sorry. But just do something good for somebody every single day. I mean, it could be a smile. It could be as simplistic as that. And there's so much beauty in that simplicity, I think. And so many of us just miss that in everyday life. We think we're too busy, and we say, oh, I don't have time to do something like that for somebody. My life is too harried. I have to be in too many places at once. That's no excuse. Actually, you can. Even if it's something very small, like holding a door open for somebody for somebody who's carrying so many bags and they don't have their hands free. It's that simple. You can say thank you. You can be polite. You can, there's so many different things that you can do that are kind, and it's just as far as I'm concerned, it's a lesson that I think that we have lost with all of our technology in this day and age. So many people are just so rude and inconsiderate and snide and jerks, to be quite honest with you. But this book gives me hope, because I sincerely think that people can be kind to others, and if you are polite, then more often than not the politeness will come back. And it's really strange that I would be saying that, because I said that to somebody at church tonight at our local, what we call our community table, which is basically an outreach to those who are less fortunate and who don't have the chance to actually have a nice home cooked meal, or they're alone and they don't want to cook for themselves. It's actually a really just wonderful way to have fellowship and to have some camaraderie with people that come from all walks of life and have so many different experiences that they can share. And I've met so many people through this, and I consider this a miracle in my life because I was always on the receiving end of the table. I'm gonna just call it the table, and I decided to join the effort in 2002, not long after my mom died. And personally, I have never looked back. It's just been such a blessing. And this little book is more about the 17 second miracles in life, everyday miracles, and they do happen. You just have to be observant to them, and you have to have your mind open, and it just makes life all that much more interesting, I think. And you, even on a dark day when you think, oh, what's the use, and why am I even bothering to get out of bed? That's that's just the negativity trying to pollute your mind, and don't pay any attention to that. It comes and goes. Of course, the seasons of life, they change, but the one thing that everybody can take away from the book itself is there is a lot to love about life, with its ups and downs and twists and turns and ins and outs. And it's life itself is, to me, it's a never-ending adventure, and it's just I go wherever the wind takes me, basically. And hopefully, I'm thinking that people will be inspired by Wright's book, and maybe there will be more done with it, and more people will be able to make more of an outreach, and it will be able to inspire people to be kind. There's just something that's intrinsic about that, I believe, and it's just common sense if you if you think about it. And I just think it's a much better way to live. And personally, I think that we would get along so much easier if we were just nicer to one another. Maybe it's that simple, I don't know, but some people just need hugs and cookies, and for other people it's a little bit more complicated and convoluted. Well, not really convoluted, but um, it's harder for others to be open to just a simple act like that, because they don't want to have their shell cracked. They just want to stay isolated, and they don't want to be bothered. But it just is a book that I think everybody can learn from, and I give it 5 stars. It's really a splendid book, and it is just outstanding. So if you have a chance to read the 17-Second Miracle, by all means do it. It will change your life.